I'm new like to shot calling and stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Building confidence for like my team is not something that I'm used to.
hmm
So I was wondering if there's like a way I could like sort of build like my
Okay.
confidence
Um,
in shot calling.
okay. So this is just from my experience for being on teams, like actually being like playing for a team. I've been always the main shot caller, and the thing is, you should never be afraid to make a call at any given point. I understand that like that's like a huge burden because obviously this is a team game, and one thing could definitely lead to another thing, and you need to make sure that whatever you do is the most sensible one, right? Which means you have to have like the knowledge of every of like of you need to have the game knowledge of like a library and just be able to know what to do in every certain situation and be basically try to help anyone if they need anything, right? So, in order to build confidence for your team, you need to show that you have the confidence. Okay. Even though your team definitely might be a little mopey or tilted or anything like that, you definitely have to keep showing up as like the most brightful one, the one that's always gonna keep leading. Um, don't be the don't. But one thing you definitely have to do, don't do is like don't say like, oh, sorry guys, it's my fault, my fault, my fault, my fault, my fault. Like don't say that because like now your teammates start thinking, okay, my leader isn't really that powerful. He's not that like confident, and it doesn't help anyone. So what you need to do is just like what you say is what will lead your team to victory, and you shouldn't be afraid to like speak your mind. Okay, this is what also helps me when I coach because I'm not afraid to tell you what like anything. Like I can tell anyone that they're shit, and I wouldn't feel bad about it because it's true. Okay.
Okay.
What? This tiny. What game there?
But
What?
also Alice, if you want to,
Where?
what's it
The
called?
window?
Jesus' brother, Sarah's brother is a communication guy. He used to coach
Was that
and
all from
play
one-
for Halo teams, and in
Right now?
FPS especially, communication
out
is
and do-
crazy important. So
Right
if
now?
you want to, you can set something up with him, and
Like,
you can
why
definitely
not?
talk to him. Okay,
So
I'll
this
talk to
week, where'd
Messiah
it come
about that.
from?
Okay.
Please do. Thank
Okay, no
you.
problem. Okay. Anyone else have questions? I'd like to hear at least one or a few questions from everyone, but it's okay if you don't want to. I'll understand. We could talk another day, but is there any more questions?
Oh yeah, one question.
Sure.
Lane swaps. How
Oh
can
yeah.
you find out how to see them? Because like
Uh,
I would try like in my head. I don't do this in the game though, but like I would think like you would try to put the lane swap ward inside their jungle to
okay.
see
So
like all the way by the tower, but I'm like too scared to actually go in because like what if they're already there and they just solo kill
yeah.
me
Okay. So
while I'm
basically,
trying to
what you
ward?
do is, you send the support into the jungle. Yeah, so Alice would go into the jungle by herself, and if she sees something happening, oh, okay, they're doing something. All right. Then we just push and wave. Or well, the ADK will stay in and then push and wave, and basically, and then Alice, you would disrupt them by like throwing Qs, auto attacking them, forcing them to do shit.
Okay.
You know? Okay, so it's okay because
Mm-hmm.
the thing is like against the first game was which was Graves and Maokai. They don't have level 1 CC at all. You just have to be really aware of their damage. You just need to play a little careful. But basically, just like going up to them and just like, hey, I see them. They're doing this. But their bot lane's missing. Oh, they're lane swapping. You can infer that, okay? Okay.
Okay.
I just got
Generally,
one
the
question.
support should do that. Generally, the support should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure?
You're doing that.
I got a question.
Sure.
So I think Messiah wanted me to pressure mid, but that it was a Zed. So even if our mid laner wasn't dying, I feel like it'd be pointless because like
Okay.
so slippery. I feel
Okay,
like
so-
I should have maybe went top or something or bot more.
It's also not just the... I'm sorry, one second. Okay, so the whole idea of not just Messiah telling you just to basically gank the Zed was one. Also, you also have to realize this is Logibear, Logan. He's a very aggressive player, so it's very easy for him to
Yeah.
be easily caught out. It's like I don't know if you saw, but maybe Isaac could have said something or okay. But like every time he puts on W, he four times out of five he would like just go to it, no matter what. Even though he's not level 6, he went to it. I think that happened like almost every time.
Yeah.
So you definitely have to like look for these things or ask for these things and say like, oh, how's Logan playing? Or like, oh, is he like going in and things like that? And like, can we like aggressively kill him? Like, because there's a lot of points where you need to like understand, especially as a jungler, is that like even though these people are playing like these really slippery champions or anything like that, you also have to realize that like it's the player that you have to tilt. Okay, you have to make sure that the player knows that you exist in this game and that like if you come here, you're gonna die. Okay. So, because the thing is, like,
there were wards
because,
made and stuff.
yeah, because the thing is, if Zed is literally on top of Varus, like, and you're not there for him, well, in spirit, I guess, at least, like, well, the early game, like, you need to definitely make the pressure, but when you, what's it called? If you did take an aggressive approach to him, then you would have probably made him a little more scared. And maybe just because he's Logan, he would have kept going in. But the thing is, like, Isaac would have been already fed, and he could like two-shot him, like in theory. So what you needed to do was basically take account for what the players are doing. Take how do you say? You need to record the habits they do and just abuse them. Okay. Some people like especially when they're dodging skill shots when you're playing Nidalee, they're always like clicking left to dodge your spears, right? So okay, maybe I'll aim a little left and things like that, and you can definitely just abuse that. So again, you just need to understand these players and then basically work off of trying to abuse their bad mechanics. Okay. Was there a second part to your question? I felt like I missed a question.
Well, there was another time. Well, I was trying to gank earlier, at least.
Yeah, I think I remember. Yeah, you almost got him. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like there was a pink ward. I don't know where it was, like around mid. So I couldn't even gank mid because if I tried, then a Zed would just like be near the pink ward and he would try to kill me. So like I couldn't even pressure mid at that time too. So like, what would I do in that situation? Like how like do
Are
I
you
just
talking about like this game, or are you talking about?
Yeah, I was talking about this game. There was like a pink ward that I couldn't kill, and that was like my only chance of ganking Zed.
Okay.
But like if I try to like go around that area, I just die because like
Yeah.
I'm sure the jungler would be in that area too.
Mhm.
So I mean like
basically, well, was this after a death, or was this pink ward like right before?
it was like
First Blood.
it was very early. Yeah, it was like I think I'm not sure if it was after First Blood or before First Blood, but it was very early.
Okay.
But
I
it
try
was,
like
that was still
two,
winning
five.
lane.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So in that kind of scenario where you definitely have to make a play, I would say like just ignore it and try to do it because like again, when Zed is backing off, this gives Varus the room to do things, right? You need to have this Varus to climb back up in a slow manner, and at a certain point, when you do push up things like that, it also relieves a lot of stress from all the other lanes because they know that you're there, right? And you know that they know that you're there, right? Because of
Yeah.
that pink ward, right? So what you're doing basically is just creating that like I guess enigma of like he's there, we can try to collapse on him, and then you guys like basically outplay them because you guys could bait him, you guys could bait them in as well. Your AoE damage was a lot bigger than them, I'll just say that, and you guys could definitely abuse that by like okay, let's find a small like pathway and we can just kill them. Another thing is like you need to communicate by saying like there's a pink ward here. Do I have time to kill it before my mid laner dies or my mid laner gets engaged on, right? So again, that's just more communication. The fact like you need to also take into account of the fact of like can your teammates pay attention to certain wording so they understand what your scenario is, okay? Because
Okay.
not everyone has like 5 monitors on their screen, right? You guys can't see each other, right? You guys can only see what you're seeing. So you need to understand that like you need to be always communicating 100% of the time in order to produce the best games. Okay. like flashes, summoners, exhaust, wards, things like that. You guys need to be able to time things and try to basically explain to everyone, like, okay, the ward is down, or the ward is still there. Can I get some assistance? Things like that. Okay?
All right.
Okay.
That's definitely okay. Also, guys, if you want to, MSB is doing a viewing of the game of the scrims, and if you want to, sit in and watch, you guys can message what's his face, John, for the details. Okay.
Okay.
John
Alright.
is Strauss-Kahn, by the
Yeah.
if you didn't know, Jacob. Okay.
Okay.
Are they doing the viewing right now?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they're doing it right now.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys, well, do you guys have any more questions? If you don't, I can answer anything else if you guys have. I'm free to answer more questions. I've got all night.
Hmm.
If
Are
you guys want to
excited for
talk
the
to
new
me,
Hearthstone stuff?
all right, I'm out of here.
Peace.
All right, then.
Tilted.
I'll see you guys later. Okay.
Hey.
Bye.
Alright, see you,
All right.
man.
All right, guys. Also
Thanks for the
remember,
help.
message me. Yeah, no problem. Message me anytime. I'm always free. I can definitely be help for any situation. Okay.
Yeah, it was really great. Thanks, man.
No problem. No problem.
Thank you.
Definitely. Just message me anytime, guys. All right. See ya.
Okay.
Hello, hello.
Hey.
¿Cómo estás? You okay?
I'm tilted off the face of the earth right now, but
I know,
I'm
I
upset.
know. I saw, we saw it. Every one of us. Thaddeus, John, Messiah, and Belf, you saw it. You were like, oh, Isaac, don't do it. Don't do it. And you kept doing it, and it was just like,
Yeah.
mean,
but
I will say that, well, I think Messiah will take responsibility in the fact of, like, the Varys thing. And Isaac, if you ever feel like things aren't going right, especially at pick and ban, just say something, because you do not have to accept everything the coach says. Okay?
well, the one
I
thing
won't
that-
force you to play something bad.
the one thing is that Jordan has been putting me on the same two champions for the last like 3 weeks or whatever, however long we've had him, and I was
Uh-huh.
literally, I was saying to myself, I didn't say this to anyone, but I was saying to myself, I'm going to play whatever Messiah tells me to play. No matter how shitty I am or how good I am at that champion, I'm going to play it.
Huh?
And so, I know that that lane is supposed to be in Varys' favor. And I know that you should be able to just kind of harass him out and
Yeah,
do what
basically.
you're supposed to do. But I'm just not at that point, and that's whatever, move on.
Mm-hmm.
The one problem that I'm having right now with the team in general is that no matter how many times we play with each other, from my own perspective, I feel like I'm just playing solo queue every single game. I don't care if we're winning, I don't care if we're losing, I don't care if it's even. It feels like solo queue to me. And it's because I constantly feel like I'm making a lot of mistakes. I see them. I'm like down in CS. I'm rotating too slowly. I'm making terrible TPs or not using it when I can. But at the same time, it's like, oh, see, I should probably turn this stream off, shouldn't I?